And your stepmother brings you this elixir every night?
She says it will improve my health.
It is poison.
Poison? But why would my stepmother wish to harm me?
Can you not think of a reason?
No.
There has been no change of circumstance.
None that My grandfather altered his will.
Altered it how?
Dividing his fortune between me and my half-brother, Edouard.
Then there it is.
Count?
I need you to trust me, Valentine. Do you think you can do that?
No, I still don't understand how you managed to get into my bedroom.
How I got in here is of no importance. What is important is that Maximilian Morel loves you and wants only to be with you forever.
Is he well? Did you see him?
No man has greater love for you than he.
Maximilian is more than all the world to me, Count.
I have devised a means by which you and Maximilian may be married. But first you must trust me. Do you trust me?
And now, young Valentine de Villefort stares and stares very deeply into the heartfelt gaze of the Count of Monte Cristo, detecting in those bright blue eyes a soul of such love and exquisite sorrow.
I do.
The course is not without its perils.
If it leads to Max and I being united forever, then...
Take this.
What is it?
It is an opiate. It is quite benign, I do assure you, and will furnish you with the most diverting visions until you eventually wake up.
And when will that be?
Soon.
Well, the servants have searched everywhere. There's no sign of her or Millie.
Well, Eugenie can't just have vanished, can she, I mean?
Not only has she vanished, she's also cleared out all her savings and taken both the diamond necklaces we gave her.
Both of them?
She has disgraced us, Danglars. Our little girl disgraced us in front of everyone.
While at that exact moment, a devilishly handsome young man dressed in the very finest style climbs aboard a railway carriage at Saint-Lazare, accompanied by his ravishingly beautiful young bride, who just as soon as the carriage door is shut securely behind her, turns eagerly to kiss him.
Oh, Eugenie, are we really doing this?
We are, Millie. We really are. Oh, do I not look splendid in this suit?
Very handsome.
Tickles a touch, the moustache, but otherwise...
Your parents will be...
Oh, what parents? I have no parents, and from this day on we shall live as artists, free to travel where our muse directs us, always together.
I love you, Eugenie.
I love you too, Millie.
And still there is no sign of the Count. Perhaps something has happened.
Without a bride, there can be no wedding, Danglars, Count or no Count.
Is everything all right, Baron?
Everything's under control, Andrea. Quite under control.
Madame and Monsieur, the Count of Monte Cristo.
About bloody time, too.
Well, don't just stand there, husband. Go and greet him.
My dear Count.
Baron Danglars.
Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so, yes.
Is it Eugenie?
Eugenie?
She has disappeared, you see.
That may be for the best.
I don't understand.
Officers!
What is the meaning of this?
These officers are here to arrest a felon.
With guns?
If need be.
At a wedding?
There will be no wedding today.
No What?
And immediately the Count opens a small valise and drops a blood-stained waistcoat onto that polished ballroom floor.
This is the waistcoat of the murdered thief Caderousse. And this is a note he had secreted in a pocket.
A note?
Written in his own hand. As you can see, Baron Danglars, it is addressed to you.
To me?
Read. Baron.
Sir, the man you know as Andrea Cavalcanti and your daughter's intended husband is a convict. And thief. There must be some mistake.
I have been as deceived by him as all of you.
Read on.
He escaped with me from the prison at Toulon. He was known in Marseille as Benedetto Benedetti, but he doesn't know his real name as he never knew his parents. He is a villain, Cadrus.
Have you something to say, Andrea Cavalcanti?
You bloody set me up, didn't you, Monte Cristo?
Officers, seize that man!
This is a set-up! A bloody set-up!
Cavalcanti, a murderer? How can this be happening?
Well, it would seem as if your discovery of that incriminating note was most timely, Count. Some wine?
Nothing, thank you. Indeed, Monsieur de Villefort.
And now the villain Benedetto Benedetti can be tried for the murder of Cadrus, and justice, French justice, can be seen to be done at last. Santé.
God's justice, too.
I assume I shall see you at the trial.
You may depend upon it.
Come.
Sir.
What is it, Leon?
You're required at home urgently, sir. Your daughter...
Has something happened to Valentine?
It might be best if you...
For goodness sake, man.
She's dead, sir.
If you will be so good as to excuse me, Count.
My sincere condolences.
The thief and murderer we know as Andrea Cavalcanti.
That you, Benedetto Benedetti?
Sits on a scrap of dirty hay in a dungeon below the courthouse.
Who wants to know?
Our time together is short, so listen.
You again.
But have we not met this man before, most honoured friends?
You get away from me, you hear?
Have we not seen him chase this same Benedetto down a dirty alleyway in Marseille?
Stop play acting and get your sorry ass back where I can see you.
Who are you to give me orders?
I'm here on behalf of your guardian angel.
Take it up, my guardian angel, you mean my good friend and benefactor, the Count of Monte Cristo. The man I have to thank for dumping me in this shitty cell. If I'm guardian angel, he take...
Do I have your full attention?
What do you want?
To change your life.
This is a trick. This is another of his tricks.
You listening?
Yes, I'm listening.
Good. Then I'll begin.
Forgive me, Abbe Busoni, for coming here at this late hour.
My door is always open to you, Monsieur de Villefort.
Why, yes, most honoured friends. Do we not recognise in the grizzled face and twinkling eye of Abbe Busoni the features...
My daughter is...
of another.
I know. Your servant told me, and I am desolated by your loss.
Valentine, my daughter, has been ill for some time.
Ill with what?
Well, nobody could say. But the symptoms came upon her very suddenly.
Then you were not prepared for her decline.
It's as if she was struck down.
In my limited experience, a young person is very rarely struck down inexplicably.
What?
Perhaps you would permit me to examine your late daughter's room.
Examine her room?
I was presumptuous, forgive me.
No, if you think it would do some good.
I think it might put your mind at ease to know what it was that so afflicted her. If you would please follow me.
Where are you going, Father?
Through this wall, apparently.
A secret door.
Shall we?
I'm sorry, Monsieur...
Jacopo.
Monsieur Jacopo, I'm not sure I quite understand you.
Perhaps I didn't say it plainly enough. The Count of Monte Cristo wishes to withdraw his credit of 6 million francs from the Bank of Danglars. Effective immediately.
Well, that's impossible. Quite impossible. I may as well be writing my own note of bankruptcy.
Without wishing to be in any way indelicate, Baron, another scandal, financial or otherwise, would, I'm sure, be most unwelcome.
I assume begging will do me no good?
None whatsoever.
Nothing has been disturbed?
To the best of my knowledge, no.
Whose is this cup on the floor, Monsieur de Villefort?
It's my daughter's.
Well, that's odd.
Odd?
This solution here.
My wife was preparing medicine for her.
Is your wife skilled in preparing medicines?
She has a small parlour that she goes to.
I see. Perhaps you would be good enough to show me this room of hers.
Only if you would be good enough to share your suspicions with me, Abbe.
At first glance, the solution contained within this cup suggests that it is more of a poison than a medicine.
You're jesting.
Benedetto Benedetti?
No, sir. I assure you, I am not now the room.
Oh, a very good morning to you, jailer.
Is it? Yeah.
Oh, bread and water. How very fitting.
Fitting for what?
Well, for a communion, of course. Oh, it's nothing short of a miracle. Dirty water into wine.
What? You ought to be coming to take you to trial in half an hour. And you'll hang, boy. Hang.
And I shall await them with keen anticipation.
Good morning, Heloise.
Gerard! What on earth are you doing, sitting in the dark?
Quite the laboratory you have in here.
Sorry?
Did you truly believe that you could systematically poison my daughter and that I would not find out?
Have you taken leave of your senses?
This cup?
Yes?
This is Valentine's cup, is it not?
I don't think I want to continue this conversation.
You will stay exactly where you are. Now, I have had this cup's contents examined by one skilled in chemistry.
Might I inquire as to who this gentleman may be?
You may not, no. Now you can continue to uphold this ridiculous charade, or you can save us both a lot of time and trouble and tell me the truth. Because, one way or another, I will have...
Oh, Gerard, please.
I assume it was all about Edouard inheriting my father's money, was it not?
Edouard is our boy, Gerard, our wonderful boy.
Armed men wait outside and guard the gates.
Armed?
And they will ensure that you remain here under house arrest.
I want to see a lawyer. I demand a lawyer.
Tonight, as soon as I return from the courts, I will have you clapped in irons and tried for Valentine's murder. You may have your lawyer then.
No, don't do this, Gerard.
My only regret is that the law forbids me trying you myself. But rest assured, Heloise, you will be executed before even half the autumn leaves have fallen from the trees.
No, this is all a terrible, terrible mistake.
Until this evening, Madame.
Gerard!
Count.
Gerard!
Baroness Danglars, a pleasure, as always.
All of Paris, it seems, struggles to gain admittance to what the daily newspapers describe as the trial of the decade.